Hey, beekeeps, what's up? What month is this? It's Steve-O's birthday month, May. Taurus the bull, yeah, Yeah, look what I got today at Lowe's. A 2x6. Wait a minute. Yes, 2x6. It's a 2x6. PT. It was in the cull pile. Whenever you guys go into Lowe's, it wants you to go by two places, okay? Two places. I want you to go by the lumber department, and I want you to see what they got in Cullwood. And if you see some good goodies there that you can utilize in the bee business, get that. Then go to the paint department and get their Oops paint, whatever flavor they have, use it. The bees don't care, all right? So yeah, I went by there and then I picked up another food grade bucket this morning because I need 2 buckets. I'm going to fill this one up about halfway with, well, about 3/4 away with sugar. There's my sugar. And then I'll go in and get that much hot tap water, and then I make it up in my syrup tank. And this is what we got. I picked up this idea from, what have I got here? 28 pounds of this. Scott's Grub-X. Now Rich, I was watching Rich down there. He's in South Florida, down there in the swamps. And Rich says that stuff is working fine. He said he scatters it under his hives. He's up on some stands. This should work great for my stands. Not so much for pallets. I mean, you can throw it up under the pallets, but he said it works fantastic. Yeah. I had a commercial guy way back in the, what was it, the 80s? Oh, he had a brainstorm. Yeah. This brainstorm almost put him out of business. Well, it did put him out of business. And put a nice dent in my business. Yeah, I was palletized at the time, and I had 4 pallets I set off on this guy's trucking lot. This trucking lot, he didn't utilize the back end of it. It's a big, like almost an airport runway back there. Surrounded down there with Brazilian pepper, all right? I saw this spot down there, guys, and I said, oh my God, I am going to kick ass on Brazilian pepper. And so I roll up in there and I drop 4 pallets, 4 hives to the pallet, 16 of them. Then I stack them up 4 shallows high. They already had a partial shallow on the bottom. I never moved bees without some honey on them. And I never fed bees, guys, back in the days. I feed 24/7 here. I can slack off in September when the pepper crop hits here. But down there, I mean, it's just, I would move from crop to crop. But anyway, back to the story. I set them off. And this commercial guy now, he said, well, this is really working good. These hive beetles are kicking our ass, yada, yada, yada. He said, but this DERS ban. Oh, DERS ban, they ended up banning it, okay? It's toxic. I mean, it is bad stuff. And here we are. I mean, you could have fried eggs on this asphalt back there where I had these bees. And I've set bees on hot stuff like that before, and they're fine. Of course, I've had open bottoms on them, right? I mean, screen bottoms and stuff. Anyway, when I scattered that DERS ban underneath, I said, how do you apply? Just scatter it underneath. Just throw it up under there. It'll kill off every freaking thing, yeah. It killed out 16. I came back a week later to see how the girls are doing. Girls were doing great. I pulled in. I didn't see any bees in the air. The sky normally, when I used to pull into them yards, the sky would be black with bees flying, working that crop. I mean, the whole yard was exploding, working the crop. And that's a pretty sight for a beekeeper to see. When you pull in and you see your bees working like that, you're going, oh my God, the girls are getting it on. I went up there with no bees flying. I'm going, this don't look good. I pulled up there. Every colony, guys, was dead as a donut. Thank God it was only been a week, all right? So I brought back in the forklift, loaded all that stuff out of there. And I could smell that stuff when I pulled out of there. I could smell it in the air. I'm going, that don't smell good. I don't know. But he said, it's fine, yeah. So I called him up. I says, how's that DERS band working out for you? He goes, I said, yeah, I had the same experience, bro. I killed 4 pallets of bees. That's 16 colonies, and they were stacked 4 high with supers. So I was fixing to. Not only did I lose all the bees, bro, but I lost that honey crop. All the money, and that was a guaranteed crop, guys. Guaranteed. I tell you what, that would have been guaranteed crop. I would have made 100 pounds per hive. Easy. Yeah. 100 times 16, guys. How's that? Gone. Bees, gone. Loaded it up. It was so toxic in there that even the wax moths weren't getting on it. So I'd take them all out of there, come back to in my other yards, and took out all that stuff. I forget what I did. I think I put fans on it. Seems like I stacked it all up, put fans on it to blow the residual out of them things. And I reloaded them with bees. And yeah, it just set me back bad. But then I called up about, I don't know, a few months after this. Apparently this guy did it to his entire colonies. I think he had 800. He was a commercial guy. It was a family affair. But there were some drunks in the family, okay? There was some lazy asses in the family. I could see all, and he was custom extracting for me too. He not only was running a commercial operation, he was retailing honey. And he'd go to farmers markets and sell it, but he spent more time in the office, okay, instead of in the field, right? He was at one time a bee inspector. Anyway, it's a family affair, and there was some family feuding going on. It was, like I said, some lazy asses weren't picking it up. There were some young kids in there that needed adult supervision that were not getting adult supervision, okay? It's kind of like Joe's operation, you know, running, this great country called America. Oh, Miss Daisy's going to kick my ass here. Look at this. I had her truck out, and this truck has got to go out today, too. I'm going to have to wash this truck, guys. There's bee poop all over this truck. Anyway, yeah, I called him up, and then he said, not too good. I said, that DERS man wiped out. He said, yeah, we've experienced that too. Well, he didn't tell me how bad he experienced it. He felt bad that he gave me that great information. And I don't know how many other people got this great information, but yeah, it was devastating. It took out all of his beehives. And then I finished up that conversation. Then I needed queens down the road a little bit because I was getting a lot of queens from him. He was getting queens out of California, Homer Sparks, golden Italian queens, and they were good queens. I put in, I don't know, seemed like a couple hundred of them back in the day. But anyway, I'm heading north, North Carolina or somewhere up there. Oh, you're moving your whole bee up? No, he was real short with me. I said, okay, I'll just check and see if he had queens. No queens. Best of luck to you, and hope you do well, he says. Hope you do well. I said, okay, you too, bro. I'll catch you later. That was it. Took self-inflicted, guys. Took himself out. Self-inflicted. Yeah. It's kind of like, it kind of reminds me of the standard American diet, you know. I think this whole nation's dying from the standard American diet. It's quite amazing. Yeah, guys, standard American diet, it's a beautiful thing. Get off of it. Doctors won't tell you to get off it. No, they love it. They absolutely love it. I was at my primary care position, and you know what he told me, guys? I told him that he asked me. He says, "You're in pretty good shape." He said, "How old are you?" I mean, my chart's sitting right there. He's asking me how old I am. I said, "This month, May, I'm 74, young." Wow, you're pretty good, doing pretty good for your age. I said, "Well, I'm just getting started." "What do you mean you're just getting started?" "Oh, yeah, me and the man," I told him, I said, "Me and the man made a deal." He communicated with me. He said, "What?" "Yeah, he communicated with me, and I told him I wanted to live a long time." He said, "Well, how long do you want to live?" I said, "I don't know. How long did you let Noah live?" No. He said, no. No. That ain't happened. That was like a one-time deal, you know. I said, "Oh, really? Okay. How long did Moses live?" No. We ain't going back there. No. Okay. I said, "Well, let's split the difference with him." I said, "Let's 400." "No, that's too much too. That's way too much. No. I might need you," he said, "on the other side when you cross over." I said, "Oh. Okay." Well, I said, "I kind of like it right here working bees." And I said, "Well, split the difference again." I said, 200. No. He goes, no. I said, "Okay. How about 180? He said, "I'll split the difference." I said, "That'd be 175. He said, "There you go. 175. So that's it. I've got another 100 years to go, guys. 100 years. So I'll be 175 when he calls me up. Okay, so I've got a full 100 years to go. Isn't that amazing? Yes, that's what's going to happen. And so we're going to make the best of it. We're going to be making lots of bee colonies and spreading the word on beekeeping. We're going to spread the word on crazy left-wing nut jobs trying to destroy this great nation. And so we're going to clean it up. You know, we're just going to clean things up. And speaking of cleaning things up, along with the Grub-X, Ant motes. Yeah, look at them. Look at them puppies. Oh, we got to go. I took all the food. I got these at a real discounted price, this cat food. So I dumped them in a bucket, took the labels off, dumped all the food in a bucket, and I went out back, and it's been sitting for 24 hours out back with a trail camera on it. So we're going to have to, I'll bet you if we go back here, that food will be all gone. I've got so many furry critters out back, it's unbelievable, guys. So as long as the furry critter is not a black bear, because he will be getting taken out, as I'm not buying electric fencing. But the other little furry critters that I have out back don't seem to hurt my beehive. So yeah, I've got these made up. And another thing I did, Miss Daisy, we were at the store, and these were really cheap, these pie tins and stuff. And there was another tin thing, and I happened to get this. See, this will hat nicely. I got two of these tins. They're very thin, flimsy. It'll work fine. I'm just going to center it over that to where the rain won't come straight down in. And I'm going to pop one staple there. Yeah, I made up a bunch of those. I got more over there. I was thinking soda cans, and then I got to thinking about these things. And I said, the flashing, my God, I went to Lowe's, and it was, I don't know, 16-inch wide by 50 feet long. It was $1 a foot. And I said, no, put that back over there in that pile over there. No, I'll think of something else. He said, okay. So anyway, I got to get out back. We got to do some more bee work today. I was in there yesterday, and I found a couple of nice little nukes and then put over into the queen cell builder colonies. And they're on the bottom floor now. They'll be double stacked. One's an 8, one's a 10. We'll let them blow them out. I could go around, rob other resources, and load the top too. And Yeah, I could do that. I could put that, but I'm in no hurry. I'm in no hurry at all. Let all these resources pump up here, and I can make, let these builders, cell builders, fill them up 2 stories high. They don't have to get totally blown out to start cranking cells. But, you know, if I could get, you know, the bottom chamber slap full and say the top chamber mostly full, we'll have enough frames and enough bees in there to create a lot of queen cells, okay? And if I get 2 of those cranking, I'll be swimming in queens. I'll have way more queens than I can need if I want to produce them. If you don't need to produce them, don't produce them. If you want to just build those cell builders up for, say, resource, you may need resources to stock 5-frame nukes for when you do drop a virgin in there or a cell in there. So anyway, so that's just a few projects old Steve-O's got going on. I went to Harbor Freight this morning and picked me up 2 boxes of these. There's one there. I like these. These are the 7mm extra large. And sometimes your hands are sweaty. Your hands need to be really dry to get in these things. And if you're really fighting it, you just rip the gloves. But this is what I use. I keep one in the shop, one of these in the shop, and I keep one in the bee shack. Hand slide right in. And then if you want a double gloves, say if your bees are a little testy, speaking of testy, you can double glove. You can actually put on one pair, dust the top pair, and then you'll slide right into the second pair. And they don't seem to get through double layered 7mm. But yesterday, I like working barehanded, guys, and I must have took 40 stings right there in that finger yesterday. I've got a couple cranky hives out here, and I put right on the top mean. I dated it when I went in, and they were pissy. I put mean on there. Well, guess what? I'm not going to reproduce from those colonies. Anything that says mean on it, I'm not reproducing from it. Otherwise, if I do, I'll have an entire yard full of mean, okay? So we'll weed those girls out. They're being little bitches. And I think what happened here, though, guys, I was in there, and they started pinning. I must have had a pin in my, they were pinning my freaking shirt to my arm on one of those colonies. I must have had 30 bees hit that one arm, and I had my spray bottle with white vinegar, and I just started mopping it on there. They don't seem to like that at all. They was backing off from that. And it helps take the venom bite out. That, you know, that really stinging venom bite that hurts like hell. When you put it, they sit there and just keep pumping. Well, I was handling queens, and I must have taken off and on all day. They were stinging my hands a little bit here and there, but that one finger, but when I went in, they started stinging me. I did this, you know. I did one of these to them, and that really infuriated them. And they just started pounding that friggin'. Now, I don't know if they realized what the middle finger meant, you know, but what I'm just saying. They hammered that finger right there, so. Hey, this stuff happens, guys. What can I say? All right, let's get out back, quit BSing here, and try to get something done, okay? Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you, being May, my birthday month, Lowe's sent me 20% off coupon for all of May. So I just keep taking this paperwork in, and I get 20%. Then my Ace Hardware store gave me $5 off for my birthday. So you gotta love those little birthday gifts, right? And last time I was in there, they had a whole knife thing. Some really nice knives in there. And what I eyeballed in there, I think it was like $35, a diamond rod for sharpening, you know, like a steel. The thing was the same size as a steel, butcher steel, but it was all in diamond. I am going to purchase that puppy. Yeah. Happy birthday, Steve-O. Got my little hypo here, and I put in, I'm going to put in 5 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 drops. I got 5 drops of tea tree. Put in 5 drops of tea tree, 5 drops of wintergreen. Yeah. Smelling good, guys, smelling good. Little bit of old Steve-O medicine magic, little medicine magic. That water's hot too, that's right off the tap. There's some hot tap water right there now. Let's see, let's dump in our sugar. I've dumped in this much, in this bucket, this much water. We're dumping this much sugar. Then I rinse the bucket out, and then I let it mix for about, I don't know, 10 minutes. Yeah, yesterday, one of my little missions was installing more beetle barns. And what I put in here was pollen patty. I made up, I had quite a ball of it. And I put in about this much in each beetle barn. And in that is, I took a bowl, I just randomly took a scoop of Ultra B by Man Lake, Ultra B. This is all I got left. And I put granulated sugar in it. I put in, let's see, I put just a couple of drops of eucalyptus oil in that batch. And the sugar, table sugar. And then I took 1-to-1 sugar syrup that I'm making now to feed the bees. And I started drizzling that in, and I got it to a dough consistency. I just kept doing it, and then I got to where I got it with my hands, and I started working it. It was fairly dry, so then I added maybe a teaspoon, if that, vegetable oil. And that gave it a kind of a little slick feel to it. And that's what went in these. Now, that will attract beetles, all right? These can only stay in like a month, and these bees will propolis them up. Now I can pull, after a month, I can pull 10 of these out, or say I pull 20 or 30 of these out. I could have 1 or 2 beetles or none, and then I'll come to one that's got 40 or 50 beetles in it. But every one of these is sealed completely shut, and they'll pack propolis in way back into here. They just keep pushing. And they said, we don't want them to breathe in no more. And then they will go right along the edge and seal it up. So they completely shut off the oxygen. The bees are smart. They will shut off the oxygen to them beetles that are trapped in here. And if there's no beetles in there, they think there's beetles in there. They'll know there's something in there, there's poison in there, whatever. Most of the time I use the Max Force roach gel. Some peeps love it. Some say, oh, I don't know, that scares me. I'm all puckered up. But I've used it for years. I have not any issues. There's some Georgia beekeepers, commercial guys I know that use it. Yeah, so this is a big experiment, kind of a fun experiment. I put in like, I don't know, 25 or 30 of these yesterday in these hives. So we'll run them a whole month, and then we'll come back. Just as soon as they're sealed up, I noticed that they're propolis shut. The experiment's over with. You might as well pull them out, pop them, and see what you got inside, right? So that's the little trick I did. So stay tuned for that. I'll show you the results on that. Let me show you what I did yesterday. Yeah, I got to keep this door down while I'm mixing. this whole building will just start filling up with bees. They smell this stuff. We're in a dearth right now. I'm going to leave it open for a minute. Actually, I'm going to put the lid on it. Okay, Steve-O, what'd you do with the lid? I'll find it in a minute. Oh, it's right here beside me. Wow. If it's snake, guys, it would have been. Let's see what I'm saying, guys. Look at it. Get out, get out, get out of my syrup tank. All right, got two just drowned. I'm gonna shut this because here they come. And it don't take long, guys. It don't take long. I'm gonna fill this little bottle too. I'm gonna fill this little bottle over here so they're working this now, pollen sub. But they really get excited working a pollen sub. So let's jiggle some of the pollen sub the front end here. Boy, they put a good dent in that stuff, guys. Yeah. If you fill a little bottle like this and just let it dangle right here in the front, they'll come in and hit this nectar, and then they say, oh, pollen, they go in. Gary, Florida Cracker Gary, look at here. Look at that, Gary. Here's the other portion, okay? I got a backerboard top, and yeah, I was punched up a little bit. I put Beetle Barn under there. But this is one of my fatter nukes that I did back on, I put a virgin in back on 4/8, that first round of queens. So I took a regular Daydamp deep box, and I've got some 1/2-inch PT. I ran down through 1/2-inch PT plywood, and I ran down a 3/4 strip, and I glued it and shot it in with quarter brads. And then I put a cleat on each end. The cleat's actually doing a little bit of nothing really. But anyway, there is 8 screen here. All right. And I put on a disc on front and back. This one's shut. So thank you very much, Gary, for these boxes. I did slop a coat, Gary, of Tall Earth on top of what you had. You said these were preserved. They were looking a little on the dry side. I went and slopped a coat of Tall Earth on them, and they need food bad. This particular one would have had decent disposition too. So actually, I could go downstairs if I'm grafting. When I do get this set up and I going for the cloak board, yes. I put the date 5/1 and decent queen, decent genetics here. So she's loaded. I'm gonna let that fill out. We're gonna put in that box on top, blow that out, keep them on full feed 24/7. Yes, sir. Keep them on 24/7. And I did this one over here. You guys saw these. I don't know if I'm going to fool with these or not. I probably will play with these later on. This is kind of like my spin. This is going to be kind of my spin on the Sam Comfort Hive. All it is just homemade top bars with some hemp string and waxed in. We're going to play, we're going to dabble. Let's just say we'll dabble with Sam Comfort, okay? That's a Sam Comfort Steve-O model. There is 7/8 hole board in the bottom. We'll play with that later on. I got enough stuff going on. I got enough irons in the fire, guys, to keep me busy. Here we have a 8-frame, homemade 8-frame box. They're chilling. And I put on here breeder also. She's a breeder. I liked her. Her disposition was nice. And that thing was getting fat, guys. I'm telling you. I had a few die outs. Week. I did kind of a, I don't know, dirty walk away, I guess you could call it, with 1 or 2 frames. And there's just, and this was one of them here. It got its ass kicked by, but here's some frames. See, I'm going to be stealing those. I've got a couple hives that need splitting. Yes, this girl here, she's testy though. She is testy. But I can utilize, if I've got some good queen virgins, I can use these dirty nasty bees to make splits with. Yes, we can do that. We can use them resources. I got a little robbing action going on over here. And see this here, I added a virgin on 422. And I don't know for sure. I need to evaluate this thing. And here's another die out. It got its ass kicked. This was done on 4.8. And I think the bull ants took it out. This stand here is going to get a ant motes. Yes, ant motes. Okay. So that's what old Steve-O's got going on today. Gonna do a lot of feeding. Here's part of this die out stuff over here. Here's a frame that went to hell. The end ear tore off of it. These resources, this resource in here is crawling alive with nasty stuff. I will freeze it, scrape it off, or re-wax it. Here's some mediums that don't look too bad. I will probably freeze that and put it right back in operation. It's a good looking little colony right there. Yeah, this is a sweet colony. I think it's gonna be fun. We'll make some queens from her. We can actually make that a cell builder, and we can make her a we can harvest larvae for her to make queen cells. Here's another die out. Let's see, I got another one over here. The one that jar's upside down on, that was a die out. Do we have resources here? We do. See, this stuff I left in here didn't have drawn comb on it. It was just plain foundation wax. So that's good salvageable stuff there. We don't have to freeze it and do that. So we have, yeah, we got a couple of dead outs here on this lane. And we had 2 dead outs on this here. This little girl here is kicking ass, and that's in a medium. She's kicking ass. All right. That's it for today, guys. I hope all is well in your world. I understand Joe wants to do another run again. I don't know how you guys feel, but for me, having him run again would be like, what was that guy's name? Scissorhands, was it Edward Scissorhands? Yeah, having him run again would be like having Edward Scissorhands do a rectal exam on me. Okay, guys, let me just leave you with that one, and you take the ball and run with it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.